Welcome
Welcome
back,
back
to.
Welcome back to. Oh.
Welcome back
To
to
the
another
legal lounge.
To the legal lounge, where we talk all legal.
The lounge of the
But
legal.
it's not legal advice. Mario, behind the scenes, can we?
Anyways, we're back with another episode talking about estate plan and crazy estate plan and probate issues. So that way you can avoid these issues that some celebrities may have gone through in the past. Talking about wills. In the last episode, we talked about crazy things that people may or may not have left in their will. We did a little game, whether if that's a true estate plan or not true. We played a game. So if you haven't watched that episode, watch the previous episode. But with this episode, we're actually going to talk about when people didn't leave a will behind. Do you have a will?
Yeah, actually, I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
To live or?
For my negative assets.
Yeah.
Your debts?
No, I don't have any.
I don't have a will.
But I don't
either.
have any assets.
Your motorcycle, your car. We talked about that
Yeah,
too. You're
but
gonna
I mean,
leave a motorcycle to Mario.
Hell yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Your dogs.
It'll go to my brother. Everything will probably go to my brother.
Do you think your brother would handle?
Yeah.
Not your mom.
100%.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess.
Well, I mean, he's not really like a finance guy, but I know that he's morally sound and his values are correct. So
He probably
whatever
knows more
decision-
about what you would want it to happen. Maybe.
yeah. I mean, I think he would do the right thing.
Yeah.
That's all that I could.
Knock on
ask
wood.
for.
Nobody's dying anytime soon.
No. Yeah.
But
No, but
I have that
he
fear
probably needs one.
ever since I have my baby now. When I'm driving, especially like
everything-
over like ramps,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this car is gonna get off. Like this car is gonna go off a cliff. This car is.
Dude, stop! Oh my gosh, this car is gonna go off a cliff. Sooner or later, you're gonna convince yourself.
Like when I'm by myself, I don't think about that. But when she's with me, I'm like, oh my god, this car is just gonna go off the cliff right now. I don't know why, but I think about that.
I don't know if this is a good thing to be admitting on a podcast.
Camera. No.
Well, I wouldn't do it.
You know,
I
this
just
was
feel
supposed
like,
to be an estate planning episode, not a child protection
I
services
know, but
one.
you have to protect yourself and what's gonna happen when the kids.
Get taken by CPS because their mom is saying that they're gonna drive off of a cliff.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
I'm
But
just
you
kidding.
have those
I was-
thoughts, and then you just wonder what's gonna happen if you're no longer here. I feel for my husband, how he's gonna handle 4 kids.
So a better way to clarify that was like, now that you have a child, you think these things on like what would happen if I was gone,
Yes.
right? That's
And
a
I
better
don't-
way of putting it.
Right.
rather
And
than-
I don't have a will. So
Yeah.
my husband would just have to figure it out how I want things to be done. Like we recently had a conversation because one of his aunt recently passed away about 2 weeks ago. And he was talking about, so the aunt that passed away, she's not getting buried at a place where the rest of the families are buried. She's getting buried somewhere else. And I'm assuming it's where her husband wishes and maybe his family or whatever. And the family didn't like that. But then I told my husband, I was like, well, it's kind of traditional to kind of follow like your husband, or like, married couple will talk about, where do you want to be buried? And then my husband was like, well, I want to be buried back home. So, because I have family there. I don't have family here. I said, well, knock on wood, but by the time we're old enough and we die, everybody else back home won't be there. It's your kids that's going to visit you, and if you get buried up in North Carolina, I can't go visit you. Your kids won't be there. He's like, oh, well, that's true.
Unless y'all move.
I don't want to be buried in North Carolina. That has nothing to do with me. Our home is here right now in Houston. And he even said it. He's lived here almost longer than he'd been in North Carolina.
He's from there?
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's like things like that you have to think about what
Yeah.
you want to do. Do you want to be cremated? Do you want to be buried?
I changed I think I talked about that in the last
Did you?
episode, right? Did we talk about cremation?
Yes.
Oh, we did? I'm sorry. My mind is.
No, I wasn't saying that like, oh, we already talked about that. No, I wasn't saying it like that. Like I was just saying like
You change your mind.
you reminded me of the conversation that we had because we talked about that. And I on the last episode I remember saying that I changed my thoughts on it.
I think
Just
as we
'cause
grow, I think those things would change too. And maybe the reality is too that we don't want to write a will because you don't want to think about what would happen.
yeah.
Because think about, okay, so these celebrities, big names, who has large assets, somebody like Prince.
Prince
He
who?
no, the singer
Ellipse.
Prince,
Who's Prince? What's Prince?
the singer Prince,
I don't
Purple
know.
Rain.
Purple Rain,
What
yeah.
is that?
It's a singer that sings Purple Rain.
I don't know that.
What?
You don't know how don't you know Prince?
Purple Rain. No.
No.
Yeah. Purple Rain. He used to.
What if I show you a picture?
You're talking? No, I don't. I
He
don't
did
want to.
a Super Bowl halftime
I
like
don't like
20
Dubs
years
though.
ago.
I don't like Dubs.
Doves?
No. You don't know? Have you ever heard of the movie When Doves Cry?
No. Have you heard about Chicken Run, the movie?
Yes.
Good
Him.
movie.
Who's that?
That's Prince.
When Doves Cry? When Doves Cry? You're telling me the You're
I'm
telling me
just as
the
confused.
only song y'all know from Prince is Purple Rain? Hello?
Why is that a Prince song?
When Doves Cry?
Oh,
Oh,
my
okay,
bad.
okay.
So you do know who he is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know that was a song. Anyways,
It's a good song. You should listen to it.
so he died of an accidental opioid overdose. In his estate, so he didn't leave a will behind,
Oh,
but he left a
no.
multi-million-dollar estate in chaos. His heirs were determined by the court, and legal battles dragged on for over 6 years, involving siblings, half siblings, and business advisor. I think what even Michael Jackson was it his estate where people were just like raising hands, like, oh,
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley too, like, I'm related, you know, I'm related to him. I
Mhm.
think Prince too. The people were raising their hands that they're somehow related to that celebrity.
Bob Marley makes sense because he had a lot of.
Yeah, what's the line? Like if you're a child, of course you can like raise your hand and say like some of that is mine. But I mean, like if you're a nephew,
Second
can you say
cousins,
that?
in-laws.
If you're an in-law, can you say that? You know?
Nephew is like maybe.
Because one thing is that you are a
But if
nephew and they
you're-
leave it to you. That's
if your
fine.
nephew means that much to you, you would probably have something
Yeah.
clarifying.
But what if they don't have a will? You know? Can you like raise your hand? Like where's the line?
Well, why would their nephew take it and not their brother or sister? The brother or sister would have seniority.
That's what I'm saying. Like where's the line?
I think that's why the court has to be involved. So, like, speaking of Bob Marley,
That's a good question.
his estate, obviously was large, and he's really famous singer. And then he had how many kids?
Bob
Like
Marley?
10?
Yeah. Bunch.
Like 10 kids. So then it ended up being, and the Jamaican government had to step in to stabilize the situation, when the concern of his wealth, music rights, it could have been mismanaged. This move was partly motivated by the desire to preserve Marley's legacy as a national treasure and to ensure earnings would benefit Jamaica and his family, not just commercial interests abroad. When he died of 1981, he was only 36.
Yeah, he was young,
Dang.
bro.
Oh,
He
I think
didn't
it
want to
was.
take medicine though.
Was it ammonia?
No, it was HIV. What was it, Mario?
No, I don't think.
Bob Marley? Was it AIDS or HIV? Or what was it? It was some type of illness, like something that had to be treated.
It was like a melanoma.
Melanoma, and that's what is that?
So Bob Marley died from an acro, that means gibberish to us. Acro-litiginous melanoma. I think it's like a skin cancer.
Oh, it's cancer.
And then it
yes,
spread to his brain, lungs, and liver, but he refused treatment because of his Rastafarian beliefs.
I saw the movie. I actually watched the Bob Marley movie in theaters.
So, because Jamaican law at the time, without a will, Marley's estate was to divide it among his legal heirs, which included his wife, Rita Marley, and his children. However, things became quickly complicated, especially due to the multiple children Marley fathered with different women and disputes over who should control his estate. So, again, if you involve the courts, who's to say that, you know what, it doesn't matter if you're a second cousin or a nephew or a brother, it's going to be divided.
What's crazy is that you have 10 kids and you're like not even thinking about that. And it's like, you have 10 kids, 10 baby mamas, bro. Like, what?
Well,
Which
especially
one? Well,
if
not,
you've
no,
been
I wasn't
diagnosed, like if it's not an
10 baby
accident
mamas, but
and if you know that your time is near, you would want to at least get the will done, you know,
well,
because you just never know at the time.
but maybe that wasn't his focus. You know, it probably wasn't his focus. He had much greater things that he was fighting for,
That's true, but I
spiritually,
would rather leave my family with
culturally.
less stress, you know?
But whenever you're fighting a war that's beyond your own understanding, because you have to understand that's what, dude. Like, the Rastafarian isn't just like that. Like, it's a way of life. It's a way of living, and it's
Yeah, but
something that
I
was
think
huge. And Bob Marley, like, he was fighting a spiritual war. Like, do you know all the problems with the governments and the people that tried to
yeah,
suppress him when he was having his concerts and doing these things and spreading more love in his hometown and his country? Like, it was. I could understand why he probably wasn't thinking about that. I couldn't understand how he could have so many children with so many women.
that's what I'm saying. It don't make sense. Like you spread around this message, but then you're not really a family man because you have 7 female
Or
mamas,
is
you
he
know?
a
But
family man because he has so many children and his love for children, that could be
it goes both
I
ways,
don't
bro.
know.
But
considered
It's
as
to
kind of
judge
culty,
to
family.
judge somebody off of something that they're doing that obviously isn't understood by everybody, it's like sometimes it's more than what you think it is, you know. This is an outside person's perspective. This is your perspective,
Oh,
right? An outside
yes.
person's
I mean, I'm
perspective
sure
that.
he had his
But
own reasonings,
you
but
don't
I don't
know if he
know.
was a family man or not. You don't know how many times he visited his kids. You don't know. You don't know if he had them in one home. You don't know if he brought them along or spent time with them, and I'm sure that it may not be similar to a present father in a, 4-person household, 2 kids. It may not be the same, but at the same time, he was doing things for the country and for like his people and everything, raising all of his people up, not only for his own children, but for other people's children too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I think that's, he put himself on the line for the things that he was standing up for. And I think you can respect anybody that does that, I feel like, because, you know, yeah, I get both sides too. But it's hard to justify. It's hard to judge from this perspective, this point of view.
So like, I talk about this too with my husband. Like,
Rastafarian.
let's say you played a lottery and you win,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, 100 million or whatever.
100 mil?
What you do?
I always, like, me and my husband, we always say we keep it to ourselves. Like, we don't let people know that we won that money.
Mm-hmm.
Because soon as somebody find out that you have that kind of a money,
Hey, Caressa.
right, all
How you
these
been doing?
hands,
I'm coming
right,
from
started
Japan
raising
just to
hands.
see you. Hey, I got, a little financial trouble. Would
Right,
you give me up with like 10K?
right,
Please, please.
right.
You know what I would do? Buy probably like 15, 20 acres of land. Like legitimately 20 acres of land somewhere mad beautiful.
That's not 100 mil though. That's like 20 mil at most.
Yeah, I haven't finished.
Okay.
Check me
Alright,
out.
Go ahead.
20 acres, right?
Mhm.
20 acres. That's a ton of land, bro. You build the house of your dreams. You invest in some animals. You bring the people that were there before you made it, right? And then that's it. You don't say anything. Then everybody else loses contact with you.
Yeah, but okay, out of nowhere, you work for the law office of Brian Fagan, and here you are bought a whole bunch of land and
Okay.
built the house.
Okay.
And then nobody's gonna question.
They may question it, but who cares? You know what I
But you
mean?
know people are gonna come after you. That's what I'm saying. Like
Who's gonna
if
come after me?
It's public. It's public. They do an announcement of. I think in some states. I don't know.
no,
If
you can
Texas.
do
not
anonymous.
Yes?
You can
In
you can
Texas?
claim the money anonymously. Yeah. So they'll
That's the
protect you
strand.
like
At
that.
the same time, it's like, could you name the last person that won the lottery?
No.
because you didn't look.
But
Nobody's-
your family members, if you start making moves like that, be like, man, that's weird. Like, why is all
They
of a
don't- they
sudden
won't
like
have
Cody
access
have
to
this
me
huge
regardless,
land
though.
and a house now, and he all of a sudden quit his job?
Yeah.
And, like what's going on? Like, oh, he must have gotten money from somewhere. I'm telling you, people lynch off of that. That's why, like,
That's fine, but even if they know, they're not gonna be able to reach me. You know,
So y'all
you
play
can
it?
know, but
Y'all play the lottery? From one,
every
one
now
to
and
ten?
then we'll go to the gas station and we'll get a
Just buy the
ticket.
ticket.
My mom used to
The
tell me
power
to
of
pick
that.
up a
I've done
lottery
it too.
ticket on the way home.
Yeah, yeah,
She'd be like,
The 20. I bought it. The Powerball.
yeah.
Didn't win.
We'll
Obviously, I'm still
we'll
here.
win like $6, $12, whatever.
I mean, it's
Would you
still
quit
fun.
your job if you did win?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah, most definitely.
Does the money count? Like how much you win for you to quit your job?
Oh,
Like,
Like
you're
what's the
saying
minimum? What's the
for
minimum?
for me to quit?
Hmm.
I do like if I win 100K, I wouldn't quit. But if I
Yeah.
win like a mil, I would quit. Yeah.
For $1 million, you would quit?
You're tripping. I would quit for
I
like
wouldn't. No.
200K, bro.
You would quit?
You give me 100K, 200K up front, yeah, bro.
You would quit? I mean,
That's
obviously,
more,
eventually
bro.
you'll
That's a
find
whole.
something after.
You have a whole year to
Figure
figure
it
out
out.
whatever you want to do with your $100,000. You take a fifth of that. Okay, you take a fifth
I
of
don't know
that.
if I would
Look,
quit.
bro, you take
For
a
what?
fifth of
For
that.
200?
No, I don't think I would.
You
Bro,
must make a lot of money.
you
then,
take-
because-
Look, you take a fifth of that. You put it towards the house. Now you have a house. Or
Yeah, but you still have to pay mortgage with it.
okay, cool. You buy a piece of land. Your property taxes are freaking low. Okay, then you just build a house and you finance the building. Now you have land. Now you have a asset, and you have the house.
I think for that kind of stuff, you need to hire a financial advisor. Like there's
For
firms
sure.
for this kind of
For
stuff.
sure.
You know?
I mean, that's number one thing, but 100K, 200K, I
But
don't
you're
think.
talking about a mortgage of like $1,700 to $2,500 a month.
Would you still live here
have
with that
100K.
200K or
No.
100K? You
Buy
wouldn't
an
live here
apartment.
No.
Instantly buy an apartment like in a high rise here in downtown.
Yeah, no.
Instantly.
with 100K?
You're
No,
tripping.
not with 100K, but
Yeah,
with a
you're
milli.
tripping.
With a milli, I'll buy
Okay,
it.
I was like, with 100K, I'm telling you that
Oh,
that's gonna.
you're talking about buying
An apartment,
like
like
a
in the top
condo or
floor.
something.
Top floor. Hell yeah.
No,
Penthouse.
Instantly.
I'm going to the country.
I think I would quit for 500
$500,000. I'm
At the
telling
minimum.
you, two. Give me two.
at the very minimum,
500.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of stuff.
because I still feel like I want to do something.
Bro, because the thing is like you have
100,
plenty of
200,
time. 200,000.
Because then, like, okay, we'll
Imagine
we'll
if you
pay
looked
off
in your bank
something,
account.
and then like you were back to the
Imagine
start.
if you looked in your bank account right now. You had 200,000 in your bank account. This just had 200,000.
Yeah, we'll pay off the car, and then I still have to work.
The
How
car
much
is
is your
not
car?
200,000.
it's half of it,
Holy
almost a half.
Holy shit.
Okay. Well,
Y'all put
for
like
someone
10
that
bucks down.
for someone whose car costs probably a tenth of yours. I mean, come on. I'm
But see,
moving.
But
That means I have a year to figure out how I can get more income.
yeah,
Here's a fat load of cash.
invest.
Let's see, what I can do with this fat load of cash so I
Don't
can have
buy yourself
multiple loads of
anything.
cash.
Invest. I'm telling you, invest.
That's why I'll get a house.
Yeah.
You live in it for the first year, you rent it out. Now you have passive income.
And where you go?
You get an apartment. Dude, you have $100,000. You could afford an apartment
Yeah,
and then your house is gonna pay for itself.
yeah.
And then if it's a vacation spot, your house is going to pay for itself on top of your department.
So if you're not going to live here anymore, where would you go?
Probably like Montana or something. Or
that's so random.
Let's see, like Montana or like Iowa or
what
like
even is out there, bro?
Ohio or something, bro. Like something like
where would you go, Mario?
Oregon.
I'll stay here.
I would go.
You'll stay here
or Miami.
I'd probably go to Oregon, bro. I'd probably go to Oregon, someplace like that. Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
I like it here. I would stay here.
Really?
You're
or
bugging.
Miami. Here or Miami.
I would not stay here.
Party lifestyle.
No, where would you go?
Well, man, let me take that back. If we didn't have kids, I wouldn't stay here. I would want. I don't know where I would go. Do I want land or do I want water? I've always liked.
I'd move to Japan too, though. No, like the countryside of Japan. No, I wouldn't, because I like too many types of food.
Yeah, and then like the house you want, I can't get it in Japan.
Yeah, you can. Dude, really. I just saw a video, not to like tell you
because the architecture is different.
Yeah,
right?
but I just saw a video that
you probably want like a modern house.
Yeah, not that I don't hate the house architecture in Japan, but it's just I lived in it. I'm over it.
I just saw a video that they have modern designers for Japanese houses specifically.
Oh,
that make it like
they're
really
built really nice. Like
they have
really
like
nice.
Yes, there's traditional houses, but I just saw a video that they specifically design it for people like this famous YouTuber just did it. Like he was like meeting up with the designers and they're sketching it out. Super cool. They made it super modern.
Like not
nice.
like
it has an American touch to it actually.
I want a fireplace, but fireplace in Japanese houses are really uncommon. Or a driveway is really uncommon. You
can build it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to have a lot of land, and then there's land out there, but if you want to live in the inner city, you're not gonna find land like that.
No.
You really have to live
forget the inner city, bro.
In the country.
And I don't think $1 million is that much money. Because if you think about it, like if you get the house that you're saying,
to somebody who has
that's like $6 million.
Yeah,
it's not I mean, it's not a lot to somebody who makes millions. But because the question started off with us right now, right here, if we were to win. That's a lot compared to where we are right now. Yeah. Well, not has half of our car payment. So but for me,
I just like to keep myself busy.
Enough.
$1 million, yeah, for sure.
To
I would
put me out of working.
Is your car payment for the more than 1,000?
Say that again.
Is your car payment more than 1,000?
It's literally on 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and then my husband just got one too, and that's more than 1,000.
How many years?
6. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's my hyperfixation. Car loans.
I know. I hate it too.
I like looking at them and stuff.
You like looking at car loans?
Mm-hmm.
Like on your pastime?
No.
What are you looking at?
No, I mean, just like if someone tells me like, I'm trying to buy this car. So I just like run the numbers and this and that. It's my thing, I guess. It's my hobby.
Do you want to be a car salesman?
I don't think I'd be that good at it, to be honest.
You think so?
But maybe the car,
you're
like
personable.
financier. Yeah, but I see myself more as the finance guy in the car dealership.
Oh, in the back, like filling out paperwork and getting approved for banks and stuff like that. You like that? Really?
I feel like I would enjoy it.
Those
I would
people
enjoy
meet
that.
with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those people meet with people. It's at the end.
It's at the end.
At the very end. Mm-hmm.
They run the numbers on your banks.
Interesting pastime.
Oh, $200K. It's like how much do you need to actually like get rich? How much do you think you need to start a business into like?
Do you think would you ever? So you would go that route. You would start your own business.
100%.
You would never work for a company or somebody else.
If
after that
I
point?
won a lottery, yes, 100%.
What about you?
Because why would I not? That's how this.
Or would you go back to working?
You're gonna make more money and turn the 100K into 500K into $1 million as you invest it. You can invest in a business. You can invest in assets. So many things you can invest in.
I feel like I would buy an apartment complex, just rent them out, and then put the rest of the money in a CD with a bank. And that's it.
That's it. And you would just live off of that for the rest of your life, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not too complicated, not too risky. I think I would do that.
What would
Okay.
you do in your pastime?
Just chill. You know, like I would entertain myself. I would find hobbies, things that I actually want to do. You
Mhm.
know, and I feel like that would be a compromise between the two stuff. You know, I get the money, I have my assets secured, and then I get to do whatever I want.
Would you keep playing lottery to see if you can win more?
No, that's
No?
like no, because you're not winning. Ain't no one gonna win the lottery 2 times. No way.
I think there's people out there that won it multiple times. I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't know, bro. I would think that would be like, like 1 in 300,000 million.
Have y'all been to casinos?
Yep.
Mm.
No? You never been to a casino?
They're pretty cool. I went in New Orleans.
Do you have a set mind, like how much money you're going to put in before you play?
No.
You just play whatever?
No.
How would you?
I've never gambled my money. My money before. I've never gambled it, yeah.
Wait, you went to casino but you didn't play?
Yeah, because I wanted to actually like learn.
No, but you
first.
can do slot machines. You didn't even do that?
Nah.
Oh, come on. What's the point of
What
going
would
to
you go
casino
there
then?
for?
I was under the influence of a lot of alcohol. I didn't know whether it was a good decision or a bad decision.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm like, well, I don't want to gamble if I don't even understand the game. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to increase my chances of winning. I just don't know how to play. And rather than struggling on learning how to play Texas Hold'em,
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have to do that. I don't do
I know
that.
I could have done the slots.
No.
But
Yeah, the
it was
slots are
also
What
so
have you
much.
done?
So
Slots?
yeah, just
was
all
a-
there's so many different games, and you
Yeah.
don't. Some of them I don't understand how it works. You just
my
literally
Thea
pressing
has
buttons.
a strategy, bro. When I
Oh,
was in Spain, there was a casino on the like the boardwalk, like the next to the beach. Bro, I'm telling you, she was in there for 15 minutes. Came out, she won like $250
Yeah.
off of
they got
playing
the
slots. She has a
Yeah.
Ants got the
specific.
strats.
She has a specific strat and a specific machine that she always. I'm like, dude, you're wild.
So I have
But
two
I would
stories.
next time I go, I will. But last
It's
time it
fun.
was so last minute. I was like, I don't want to spend like, because if I was gonna, gamble some money, I was gonna gamble like 50 to 100.
Yeah.
So
Nothing that's gonna move you this way or
Yeah,
that way.
yeah.
Right?
And at the time, I was like, 50 or 100 like pays for my meals
Alright.
and more drinks. So I just watch everybody else lose their
But
money.
you get free
Right.
drinks at a casino.
yeah,
You do?
That's
Yeah, you do.
intentional.
hmm
So you spend more money.
right. They'll come around. There's literally waiters come around and ask you if you want something to drink, and you can order. And
Free
they'll-
drinks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
free drinks.
It's
I
good for
remember-
business.
I remember paying. Sorry. I remember paying for my.
What was that?
That's all you
It's
hear.
like
is-
when your mom
all
tells
you-
you, stop that. You know?
So
all you
what?
hear
Yeah,
is that.
yeah, I can hear that.
I could have sworn that I paid for my drinks at the like bar area in the casino.
They
Are
usually you
all
don't
casinos like that?
have to. It's pretty standard.
Mhm. Maybe you paid because you weren't gambling. Because
But-
if you are gambling, they come up to you and they ask you what you
Mhm.
want.
So maybe
It's not top shelf.
or
it's
maybe
like
I
bottom
didn't
shelf,
pay.
but
See, and that's why I shouldn't have gambled if I can't even remember if I paid for my drink or not.
So me and my husband went to Lake Charles. Right, it's like
Is
a
that
couple
here?
hours. Mhm.
oh,
Yeah.
is there one here in Houston?
No, Texas, you can't gamble.
Nice.
But you can go to
Texas,
Oklahoma.
Louisiana.
Yeah, Oklahoma, Louisiana. So Lake Charles is right there, what, 2.5 hours, So we went one time. This is before marriage. We were, dating, but we didn't have our finances combined. So we went just for the fuck of it. And
Y'all did the plan like that, just like that. Let's go to the
yeah, we
casino,
were like,
stay there,
"Hey."
and
No, we didn't even stay. We just did it for like a day, right? And then so we went, and I think we started off with 150 at the time.
Mhm.
And again, mind you, I'm not living with him, so I still have my own place, whatever. So I was very careful. I didn't want to go, over too much of what I could spend because I still have bills to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like I said, I think we started off for 100,
You still wanted to flex in
150.
front of him and shit too. Like, yeah, I got my money.
So
yeah, he was playing it off. Hey, baby,
Here you go, baby. Just take this
Take this
150 real
100,
quick and go
Right.
get you something nice.
so this is
go have some fun.
this is my first time ever been to a casino. And what you do is you put the money and they'll give you like a credit card, and that's what you pay on slot
Yeah,
machines,
they have
right?
those little like
So you're not doing by
Kiosks.
cash
I
every
thought it
single
was
time.
chips they used.
No, that's like poker and stuff that you pay with chips, and then you turn it in. Anyways, so we started off with that money, and again, I didn't know what I'm doing. Your money goes away quicker if you're betting more into it. So like if you're doing like
But if you
dollar
bet
bets,
more and you hit,
then you win
get
more. Right. So like you can do those like penny slots and you do like couple cents and you know chip away like
Are you there
you
for
can
hours and
right,
you
you
lost
know.
$3?
So like I said, I didn't know. So I'm starting off with $20 in one machine and it's gone like within 5 minutes and I'm pissed. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, this
because
is
she just kept on doing max bet, max bet, max bet.
and I'm like, this is crap. Like this is not fun. I'm losing money for no reason for 5 minutes of being here. So I'm getting mad. And we're just going around little different ones, you know, that we can play with, whatever. My husband likes the Wheel of Fortune one. And we were trying to find that one, but he couldn't find it. So we were just playing some other ones or whatever. He wins, you know, a little bit. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. You know, he's winning. I'm losing all my money. And like within less than an hour, I lost all my money already. And I'm pissed. I was like, there's no way I'm losing money and his winning money. So then he felt bad. So on purpose, he says it on purpose. I'm pretty sure he did. On purpose, he lost all of his money too. So I wouldn't be so mad. So then,
Bruh.
That's
so
real.
then, so then we were like, okay, we're
Do you
gonna play
believe
some
that?
more.
What?
'Cause
I don't believe that. Like, what sane man's gonna say? Oh, my girl's
Because,
losing.
like-
I'm gonna lose money myself.
A real man. A real
he-
man.
I mean, I guess,
honestly,
yeah.
I think he really did. Like for real.
That's
to like,
real, bro. He's like, fuck. He's
Okay,
like, well,
well,
fuck it. Because
love-
here's the thing.
he
Here's
loves
the thing.
you.
I bet you I can tell you exactly what he was saying. And he was like, okay, I can bet all my money and hit something stupid big so it makes up for her loss. Or I can bet all my money, lose it, and she'll feel better because we both lose.
right. That's
Bro,
what
that's
he wanted.
win-win, bro.
This is
I'm
fact.
telling you.
That's what he wanted is the second part, right? So we both lost money, but then we decided to go back to the ATM and get some more cash because then I'm pissed that I came
Yeah.
out here a couple hours of driving, less than an hour, we're like nothing, right? So I'm pissed about that. So we're like,
She's like drunk. She's like, what the heck?
so we go back to the ATM and we pull more money. I think like another 100 or something, you know, just to kind of keep playing, like, you know, actually use our time. And there's two right by like Charles. There's the La Mirage. No, not that one. Something with an
I don't
M,
know.
and
I've
then
never
there's
been to Lake
Golden Nugget.
Charles.
Anyway, there's like side by side. So we lost it in Golden Nugget. So we're like, okay, La Verge or something. Okay, anyway. So we went there. Okay, let's play it again. You know, we got like another $100 or whatever. I lost it again. I'm pissed. And I'm arguing with him outside. I mean, like, man, I still got my bills to pay. And we came all the way out here. And I spent, you know, $200-$300 for nothing.
It was one of those.
Pissed.
You were go big or go home.
So I'm so heated. In my mind, I was like, I'm never going to a casino again. This is stupid. Why would anybody want to pay for something like this? And, you know, not, you know,
lose money.
right.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Anyway, years later, we're married now. At the time I was pregnant.
She's like, I'm never going with you ever again.
We went to Fort Worth and we spent the day there and then, let's find something to do. So Oklahoma is like an hour from Fort Worth. So we went up to Oklahoma. There's this big casino. Y'all have to go out there. It's called WinStar World Casino. It is huge. Like we didn't
Where
even
in
touch.
Oklahoma?
I don't know. It's like literally on the border of Texas and Oklahoma. It's big. It's amazing. We went there in the same mindset. I'm like, all right, you know, our finances are combined now. So if I lose, you lose. So I think that day we started off with a 300. So I had 100, he had 100, we had 100, you know, in the middle, like whoever is losing money, we can grab some more or whatever. So we're going around. We found Wheel of Fortune. Well, actually, before we found Wheel of Fortune, we were playing little things. And now I know now. So, okay, I'm not going to play all my money in one game. If I feel like I'm not losing, okay, I'm going to cash out so I can go to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So, you know, I'm playing it like that. And some people always say, like, you have to, like, watch how people are winning. Because if people are, like, winning, like, back to back to back, it's like you almost don't want to go there if that person gets up because then they may have lost or they may have used up all the winnings in that seat. So you kind of have to watch how people are playing. So anyway, so I was losing a little bit. The goal was we wanted to leave with
Profit.
what we, brought in. At least like we can walk away even or whatever. He lost easy that night. Like he chipped away his first 100 like super quick. And we're like, okay, well, fuck it. Go ahead and use the other one or whatever. And mind you, I'm like patient now, so I'm like doing a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Okay, I want a little bit. I'm good now. Let me cash out. Go to the next one, whatever. We go to the Wheel of Fortune. And with Wheel of Fortune, the little spin Wheel of Fortune comes up. Because, Wheel of Fortune, the game is you spin the wheel and you land on whatever. So you want to hit that. So you want to spin it so you can touch the screen and you can spin,
Yeah, get the
Wheel of
bonuses
Fortune.
or whatever.
Right. So I was getting them back to back. And I'm like, oh, shit, nice. And I was winning. I was up like $100, dollars more than what I started with, right? So I'm feeling good or whatever. My husband next to me getting pissed because he's not hitting Wheel of Fortune. He's just mad as hell. And I'm like, ah. And there's 3 seats. So I was on the edge. He was in the middle. And there's another one that was empty. So he was like, oh, I'm going to try the next one. So then he hopped over.
And somebody hops in the middle and wins right after him.
He hopped over. He didn't win anything. So he was getting mad again. So then he came back to my seat. Somebody went to the edge one and started winning all these like Wheel of Fortune. So he's like... He's looking at me like this, like pissed. I'm like, bro, like it's okay. Don't be pissed at him. It's not his fault. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever. He lost, and he just kept going, because he's mad. He kept going. And then me, I was like playing slow still. I didn't want to like be like too hyped up and lose my money, whatever. Anyways, long story short, we walked out of there more than what we came with. Not by much. I think we walked out like 100, 150, 200 something, like more than what we came out. So, I mean, that was a good night,
Y'all
but,
have fun for free.
Yeah, and we stayed there for a good couple hours. It was so fun. So fun. So
And you got drinks and stuff?
Well, I couldn't drink. I was pregnant at the time, and he don't
That's
drink.
why you did good.
Right. And that part too, it has a smoking section and non-smoking section. So that was great. We didn't know until halfway, and I'm walking around with the smoking section, me being pregnant. But
guys, the baby's already been born. Okay,
she's
good.
wonderful.
Yeah, she's good.
But yeah, casino. Go out there if you have extra change. Go
it's
out
for
there.
fun.
Yeah,
It's for fun.
It's so much fun. Oklahoma, I highly recommend it. It's so much fun.
Nice.
But yeah, so
Can you gamble in Florida?
Probably.
I might go on a Florida trip soon. Actually,
I think you can.
late August to July.
It's like different states.
But I won't
has
be able to
different
go on
laws.
any more vacations unless it's a weekend one. After that,
Yeah, there's a bunch.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, there's ships.
Oh, if you do cruises.
Oh my God! You're talking about the ships that you can go over into
Yeah.
international waters.
And
If
gamble there.
you do cruises,
cool.
some of them will have a casino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to a cruise?
No, my brother told me he wanted to go on one this year
I
though.
want to go.
I feel
on a
like they're so
cruise.
boring though.
What?
You see everything in like 2 days. That's it. Like what you want to do?
I think the cruise ship should be the.
I think the point is to have fun on the ship, not
Yeah.
so much off the ship.
The off the ship's just kind of like extra.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wouldn't go on a cruise ship to go see somewhere. I
Right.
would go there.
To stay.
I would go on
in
the cruise ship for the cruise ship to go on a
Right.
cruise.
Because there's so much thing. There's
I've never been on a cruise ship.
No,
me neither. But there's like roller coasters now
Never-
and
they're
water.
not that
Super
expensive.
crazy like water
Huh?
parks.
They're not that expensive. I've heard.
No, they're not.
There's
but,
clubs. But you can build
but-
member. You could if you like build it up. You can be a member and build up tiers, and you get like crazy discounts. My girlfriend's family has something like that.
But you have to watch what kind of room you want to pay for, because some of them are like super tight and small.
Yeah, I
Or they
imagine.
don't have
It's a ship.
windows.
Yeah.
I mean, but I wouldn't mind it. Like a room without a window and super small. It's just to sleep.
Some
I wouldn't
people
be
get,
there half the time.
Some
If it has
people
a
get
toilet,
sick if they don't
that
have a
makes
window. They just feel.
Oh, like the seasick.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I
don't
went
get that.
to.
And vice versa. Some people get sick if they do
see a
have
window.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't get that.
I've
been on ferries.
been on a
People
ferry too.
Oh,
And it wasn't
yeah.
it wasn't
Get
that
sick.
bad for me. So
Yeah.
but people that have like what's it called?
Motion sickness.
Vertigo, motion like stuff like that, yeah.
What's vertigo?
It's like imbalance of your the
Ear,
fluid in your ear. Like
uh-huh.
whenever your fluid in
What?
your ear is supposed to be like this, but when it goes like that, it makes you nauseous. It makes you dizzy.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never had vertigo?
No.
My mom has
It's
it
kind of
real
weird.
bad. So when I won the tickets for the Nutcracker, we had to sit. They were all the way at the top. They were nosebleed. She was nauseous, getting vertigo just sitting in those seats,
Mm.
being up that high.
How do you diagnose yourself that? You just
You
know
go to the
it
doctor.
and they'll tell you?
I think so.
I've never heard of it.
I think you just feel dizzy and stuff.
Some people get migraines like associated with them. You feel dizzy, you feel nauseous, and if you feel like that, you feel like throwing up. So imagine having to throw up all the time if you see anything from a high distance
Yeah.
or anything shaky, anything that makes your move too quick. It's crazy.
I would still go on the cruise though. That's a easy one since we're right by Galveston,
Yeah.
where there's so many cruises throughout the year. They even do Disney cruises.
That'd be cool.
I know someone who got a Disney cruise and then she couldn't go because COVID happened. Like literally
Like won it?
right when
Like
no,
won it
no.
or bought it?
No, she saved money for it. She was going to take all the kids with her. And literally the day of, I remember watching the news when Trump, I think it was Trump, right? At the time, it was Trump, his first, when he was in office.
Yep.
And they were going up deciding whether they're going to completely shut down or whatever. It was literally that day of she was supposed to ship out of Galveston. They were like, nope, everything's shut down. And she couldn't go. I was like, man.
Sad day in history.
Isn't that crazy how that was 5 years ago? Half a decade already. And it feels
I
like
never
we
got
just had
COVID.
it. Me neither.
I never got the
You sure?
shots.
I got it.
I never got COVID.
You know what? You're right. You did get
Remember?
it? Really?
Wasn't that bad? Still smoked.
Like the first.
No, I got it in 2021, not in
Isn't it
2020.
supposed to be bad because it affects your lungs, right?
Yeah.
You still smoked?
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah, and I still did it.
Was
I
it
was 21.
Was it the first wave of COVID?
No,
A lot
it
of
was,
those.
It was
A lot of
2021.
those numbers and things that they threw at your face in the news is like a little not over exaggerated, but misguided.
You think so?
almost.
Even in Honduras
If
too?
you look at the
So,
statistics,
This is what happened. So the whole country was in lockdown. You could not go out like at all. And so a year and a half later, the country opened up. First
A
weekend,
year and a half?
more or less. They did it gradually. Like you could go out like 2 days a week or 3 days a week or something like that. But you couldn't. But bars and stuff like that closed. Like not at all. First weekend, they open up everything. You can do whatever you want. My friends are like, let's go. Let's get a table here, blah, blah, blah. And so we go, poof, I get COVID. First weekend.
Dang.
Yeah.
Did a lot of people
Did you
get
have the
COVID
shot?
with you?
I did have both. I think 2 vaccines.
Oh,
at that
really?
time.
Oh, really? And you still got COVID. Okay.
did you have the shot?
I did.
Did you get COVID?
Mm-mm.
I didn't have the shot,
There was one.
and I never got COVID. And I was in a household with
Yeah.
I was in a household 2 separate times with people that had COVID, and I never got it.
And we have people at work that had COVID too.
And I never got it.
Yeah. There was this one iffy one right before COVID was a thing. Like, because it hit around February, March-ish, right?
Mhm.
Around December, January, I got sick real bad where like I couldn't get out of bed. Like it was that bad. And to this day, I wonder if that was COVID before COVID was a thing.
Like you got it super early?
Right. Like it was COVID-19 for a reason. They, found that still in 2019. It wasn't like a 2020 thing. They just saw more cases in 2020, so that's why it
Maybe
shut
you
down.
got it.
I
That's
think
why you
so
didn't get it
too.
later on.
Right. I really think it was something related because I got sick real bad.
Because after I had
You
it,
get the shot, you get COVID, bro.
No, this is before shot anything. That's what I'm saying. It was 2019.
I heard that they were spraying it. Never mind.
No.
I'm just
not
kidding.
pyramid stuff, dude.
Dude, you're the
But-
pyramid scheme guy.
After What? You don't even you know what a pyramid scheme
You
is?
see how I just
Anyway, so after I had it, I found out that after I had it and got cured of it, and then I was with people that had COVID, I never had it again, even though I was super close with like people that had it at the
I wonder
moment.
if it's like a chicken pox thing.
Yeah.
If you get a chicken
Maybe you
pox
have it
one
one
time,
time.
then you don't get it again.
Yes,
Did we talk about this in the podcast? You know, there's no more chicken pox vaccination anymore. They don't do that anymore
why not?
because it's like a dead disease now.
Nice.
they
So
cured
no more
chicken pox.
Like you know, years ago you have to get certain
polio.
right,
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't have to anymore.
I don't think I got any of that stuff.
But chicken pox, I got vaccinated for, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never
And you
really
didn't
went
have
to
to
the doctor
vaccinate
as a kid.
your child.
No,
Nice.
that's not part of the vaccination because it's like a dead disease, so you don't have to. Because you know, back then they used to tell you if you know somebody with chickenpox, go get it, like go hang out with them. Because
So you
once
get
you
it as
get
a child.
one,
Mhm.
right, you're done with.
Did you get your child vaccinated?
She got her first shots. Yeah, she still has to do
Is it
like
smart to
more
do
rounds.
that?
For what vaccination was it? You know,
Oh, they
just the
just
doctor said.
inject bunch of
Just
random.
sign
It's
off.
fine.
I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't
like,
get
I
my
know,
kid
but I don't remember.
vaccinated
Okay.
until
mean,
I
that's
see something that's like
But see, this is a huge
happening.
controversial
Yeah, don't
topic
like that.
It is.
because you risk other like kids. Like my mom, she's a teacher.
Mhm.
And she doesn't like when there are people like that because it's a law that you don't have to tell the district that your child is vaccinated or not vaccinated, right? Because there's a whole bunch of Karens came out and be like, oh, I shouldn't have to because it's a HIPAA law, you know?
Mhm.
But then if you send your child to the school, public school, that are not vaccinated and they have those crazy sickness, you're risking
what's a crazy sickness? What do you
other
mean?
Polio,
kids.
for example.
Like
You know-
like recently measles breakout,
Measles,
right?
yeah.
In Dallas. It was huge. It's still like a big thing. And if you're not vaccinated, you're in a huge risk of
Is there like a way that you can choose your vaccinations?
I
Like
think
for
you
all the
can.
sicknesses? Okay, cool. Vaccination.
you can pick and choose
Everything
which
else?
one you agree to.
No. Like, can you do that?
I believe
Well, that's
so.
what the vaccinations are for. Sicknesses.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's other stuff that they.
Or what?
Well, I don't know. Dude, I'm not a freaking. Do I look like I'm wearing a scrub mask and a. Sorry.
No, but
I'm
it's
sorry.
it's sicknesses, yeah.
What I meant to say was I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
But yeah, vaccinations are for diseases and stuff.
Mhm.
Specifically, yeah.
So that way you're not at risk. Like you can still get sick, but it won't
As bad.
kill you.
hmm
Oh.
You know, like you can still get COVID even if
Mhm.
you're vaccinated. It just won't be as severe and hopefully won't kill
COVID
you.
spiked a lot of people to get wills. Estate planning and stuff was like really popular in COVID. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Because all the elderly were dying.
You
A
know,
lot of them died
divorce
without
too.
wills.
Divorce too.
Yeah, you're right.
That
Spending
that
at home.
that rose a lot when people find out who they truly are living with when,
Yeah.
when they're on
Yeah.
lockdown. We have so many people calling in our business. I think that's why we were fortunate enough that we did not lose our job at the time. So many people lost their job because we had crazy business at the
But
time.
one question. So, 2021, you were living alone, right?
Oh, I
or
was
would you-
living alone since 2015.
So what you do? Like you just spend all of your days alone?
Yeah, and I loved it.
I
I
liked
saved
it.
money. I saved on gas. Gas was super cheap then. It was like $1 something. Now you're paying $3 something. I loved it. I was cooking more.
But didn't you feel like? Because in my case,
I was the healthiest I ever was in COVID.
I was with my
Lost
sister,
so
my
much
dad, and my mom in the same household, and that led to arguments
Mhm.
all the time.
Mhm.
It was
Over
just me
dumb
and my
stuff.
mom.
But I don't know if I would have liked to be like alone.
I guess
I
it
would've.
depends
Like,
on
didn't you
your
feel lonely?
personality.
I
No,
would have played so much games.
Like you would FaceTime
Read so
your
many
friends
books.
and this
No.
and that.
I don't have friends. No,
So you didn't talk to nobody?
no.
Dude, it would have been so
I just
much
came
fun.
to
See,
work.
I understand you, bro.
Like
So much
so
fun.
like Brian was fortunate and well we know Brian, but he opened back business within what, a few months, like a
Dude,
month or two.
it wasn't even, I don't even remember
It
I
was
don't
really
remember
quick.
us actually closing for real.
We did close
It's
because
probably like 2
we did
weeks,
close.
3 weeks,
We
2
did
weeks.
at least a month. We
But-
were for sure. All of us are at home, but then
No,
soon
because
as
I don't remember not getting paid.
no,
That was my
not
question.
closed. We always got paid. It's just we worked from home,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
right? But then
So it was
he
still
started
going virtual consults.
Right,
It never
and-
actually closed.
right. So then when he said, you know what, a few people can go to the office. I was one of the first ones to come because I'm just crazy like that. But I needed that some place to go to feel like I have something to do. And they allowed people to be on the roads, and as long as you declare that you're going to work, especially for like what's that word, like people that like nurses, doctors,
First responders.
right, that you have to be at a certain place to do your job. They allow that at the time here, but I came, but no, I didn't get lonely.
I loved it, bro.
So
I
one-
love
I
being
was
by
running
myself.
every single day.
I
I was
still
running.
crave it. Being
I would wake up and run.
So one question, like off the record, like if it's not favorable, I'll delete it. But y'all still got paid even though like business was closed.
It wasn't
closed. We still kept going.
We still worked.
We did
It
not
just-
miss a beat.
Here, the physical location wasn't open,
Yeah.
but the business virtual consults were still happening.
That's why I say, like, we had so many divorce cases.
Courts
2020,
were still working.
virtually, yeah. Well, it was closed for a while, and they decided that's why this whole Zoom thing got
Exist.
crazy now, because everybody was using Zoom, legal
Yeah,
Zoom,
bro. Yes.
hearing
Wow.
over Zoom. It's
Zoom
because of
went
COVID.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
Through the roof. Like people that invested in Zoom before,
Oh, they
Oh,
made
yeah.
some bank.
money.
Oh, yeah. Because, like-
Germex, people that invested in Germex.
Like, talking on Google Chat really wasn't a thing until COVID for all of us to communicate and do Google Meet and stuff like that. We never did a meeting over Google Meet until COVID.
So y'all would just go
What?
to the conference room and
Yeah.
just
Yeah, we
talk.
did.
No, I don't remember.
What did we do before Google Meet?
We used to do a meeting in a conference room because we were so small at the time still. Because we
But-
didn't have an Humble office. We didn't have a Kingwood office yet.
I don't remember meeting in conference rooms.
Oh,
But y'all are talking about whole company meetings,
yeah.
not like marketing meetings.
Right.
'Cause it
Well,
was
we
just
didn't
you
have a
two.
marketing team.
It was just you
Barely.
two.
It was just you.
It was just me. She wasn't in. Were you?
No.
you weren't. It was just me.
Mm-mm.
Nice.
That's yeah. So, nice.
So
Right.
COVID changed everything, even with our culture,
Everything.
how we do our business.
Business.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's kind of cool.
That's why I'm forever thankful. We didn't lose our job. Not one person got laid off. Everybody got paid. Actually, we hired more people because of it. Because we needed more people to keep the business
Take
running.
the caseload.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. On that note, we kind of went in different directions, a little bit here and
Sickness,
there.
disease, estate plans, people without a will. Nonetheless, all of these things can happen at any given moment,
Yeah.
and that's why it's important to have a will.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Get your estate plan. Give us a call at our office. We can definitely help. Family law related issues too, criminal defense, obviously estate planning, probate. We wouldn't want anybody to suffer and go through probate court. So please get an estate plan. It's so important. So
And if you don't know how important it is, you can reach out to us or look at our website to find more informative resources regarding that.
Yep.
At BryanFagan.com. BryanFagan.com. We'll see you in the
Hell yeah.
next video, guys.
Bye. Thank you for watching another episode of Legal Lounge. If you enjoyed this episode, you can always give our office a call to schedule your free 30-minute consultation with one of our team members. Check the description below and give us a call today.